I thought I had a perfect life going. My job was doing really good. I was at the pinnacle of my career. I had a great family life going. I was married almost 30 years. And all of a sudden, my wife went in for a checkup, and the doctor told her, well, she had previously had melanoma. And the doctor says, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. He said, the good news is the melanoma is all gone. And he says, but the bad news is there's a little spot on your lung. He says, I'd like to have a little better look at that. You know, you always feel that, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. It always happens to the other guy. And, you know, we were Christians. Everything was going great. There's no need for any worry here. So we prayed about it and all. She went in, well, as it was, they found some cancer on her lung, and they removed one of the lobes on her lung. And doctor said, not a problem. You should come through this with flying colors. We're going to give you a little bit of chemo, a little bit of radiation. Everything will be fine. The quality of her life went downhill from that point on. She went for 18 months. I saw a woman that I loved that was very healthy deteriorate down into virtually nothing. And all of a sudden, here you are. You can't do a thing about this. This is out of your hands, out of your control. All you can do is pray. God says to pray. And all I could do was just literally get on my knees and pray. When I took her to the hospital for the last time, I pulled up out front, and when they came to take her up to the room, the nurse said to me, I'm going to take your mother to this room. And she looked at me and our eyes met, and I just shrugged. I didn't know what to say, but she had deteriorated that much to where it had aged her that much, and I felt so bad for her. We had our home team together. We prayed over her. We prayed over her many times. And the Lord still brought her home.
I had just a wonderful family. I married my high school sweetheart. We started dating when we were 14, dated through high school, through college. Then we had a little boy after we were married, and then we had a baby girl, and I just had a perfect family. And I was just so thankful to the Lord, because a couple of my friends had children that had problems, not anything severe, but problems that they had to deal with. And my prayer was, thank you, God, because you know I couldn't deal with anything that was heartbreaking or heart-wrenching. So I had just this perfect family. And that family lasted until my little girl was 2 months old. And then her 2.5-year-old brother died. He had asthma, and he just had a reaction to a medication they gave him, and he died. My husband and I were 28 years old, and that's something that is very difficult at any age, but when you're 28, you just don't know what to do. I always wondered why. To this day, I don't know why, except that Mark was just a really special little boy, and just bright and beautiful and so engaging. I just always thought that the Lord needed him. He needed him with him. Things went on for many years, and my husband went out one day to play a game of golf. He was a very athletic guy and in good shape, and just had a clean bill of health physical, and he never came home. He died of a heart attack in the car on the way home from the golf course. And he was gone, and we never said goodbye.
When I met Nancy, she was a breath of fresh air for me. I never wanted to compare her to Eileen, but she was a little bit different than Eileen. I always thought I was a type A person. And then I met Nancy, and I realized that I was probably somewhere in the middle of the alphabet.
Then I met Mike. I wasn't looking for Mike. I wasn't looking for a husband. I wasn't looking for anyone. I didn't need anyone to take care of me. We were going to a movie one night, and we were driving through my town, and I showed him. I said, this is the church I go to. I said, but you know, it's just not the connection that I've always had. And he just looked out the window of the car, and he said, why don't you go to that one next door?
She was everything I needed. The Lord knew what I needed. And He gave me the exact prescription of what I needed with Nancy.
My life today is as happy as it's ever been. I have 3 beautiful grown-up daughters. I have 2 handsome grandsons, and I have a husband who loves God more than anything else in this world. And that's what life is all about for me.